When I started Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in 2021, it opened many doors. I started to like RPGs, but also strategy and fighting games, which I was not a fan of when I was younger. When I finally finished Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in 2022, it has since been my favorite game of all time. When I went to see what my next game would be, I saw Hyrule Warriors, and then Fire Emblem Warriors, and then it hit me. Why is there not a Xenoblade Warriors? There are two franchises who got Warriors games before. We got Fire Emblem with Fire Emblem Warriors and Three Hopes, and Zelda with Hyrule Warriors and Age of Calamity. Now, I especially like Three Hopes and Age of Calamity. I finished neither of them, but so far I'm really enjoying these two Warriors games. When I played the Xenoblade Trilogy for the first time, I immediately thought that Xenoblade would be perfect for a Warriors game. As a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles, and as sort of a fan of the Warriors games, I would really like to see an entry at some point. Therefore, I thought it would be a good idea to share my ideas for a potential Xenoblade Warriors game. Now, my imagination and creativity is limited, but I just wanted to share it anyway, and I really hope we at some point are going to get a Xenoblade Warriors game, because I just want a new Xenoblade, man. If we are going to get a Xenoblade Warriors game, they could go either way. They can focus on Xenoblade 3 specifically, and the game will therefore contain little to no characters from the previous Xenoblade games. But they can also focus on the entire trilogy, and so we get characters from Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2, and Xenoblade 3. Unfortunately, I don't think Xenoblade Chronicles X will get some recognition in this game. Maybe besides only Elma being a bonus or a DLC character or something, but nothing more than that, I guess. Now, they are both possible, but I think a Xenoblade Warriors for the entire trilogy is more obvious right now. Now that the Xenoblade Chronicles trilogy has ended and the story is largely finished, I think it is a nice surprise ending to the Xenoblade trilogy story. Also, in previous Warriors series, they started with a Warriors game with characters from the entire franchise, and the second one focused on a specific game. So, in this video, I will only talk about the Xenoblade Warriors, which covers the entire trilogy, purely because I think it will be released before the Xenoblade 3 based Warriors game, and yeah, I just want to see Mamba beating up some Mekan on the Bion's leg, so GO DOWN! I've made quite a roster. No, but I think a few characters are of course super clear for this Warriors. I just looked at how many characters Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition and Fire Emblem Warriors had, and let me say, they quite have a big roster both. So with this in mind, I made a roster for the Xenoblade Chronicles Warriors Trilogy game. Oh, this game is too good to be true. Okay, for Xenoblade 1, we of course have Shulk, Fiora, Ryan, Sharla, Melia, Dunban and Ricky. I think these are self-explanatory because they are literally the 7 main characters of the game. These 7 characters' weapons and specialties are exactly the same as in Xenoblade 1. A few characters have also had a different outfit throughout the series that can be unlocked as alts. For characters that they may or may not add in a potential Xenoblade Warriors are Elvis, Dixon, Lorvia, Egil, Zenza, Momkar, Zord and Galleon. And I'm sorry, but I don't think Juju is gonna make it. For Xenoblade 2, I first wanted to split the characters, but then you have 10 main party members and couldn't add more side characters. But it will be great to bond them, so a driver and blade, maybe a bit more fun for the Xenoblade 2 enjoyers. Me. The following characters are given to appear in a Xenoblade Warriors trilogy. As driver Rex and as blade Pyra, Nia and Dromar, Thora and Poppy, Morik and Bridget, and Zeke and Pandoria. And the following characters have a small chance or will not be included anyway. Bandam and Rock, I don't think he is going to be playable. Maybe a little backstory or something, but I do not think he's playable because he died twice. Battles, I think he's going to show his face, say Monada Buster, and is out of frame. I really don't know. Maybe he's going to be the villain with Sansa and Zed, but I really don't know. Then we have the rest of Storna. Also, do not know. I really want to see more Petroka Mikael interactions because that made Xenoblade 2 10 times better. And I don't know what they are going to do with Numa, because Numa will be a little bit overpowered, if I do say so myself. I don't know exactly why, but I would love to see that upon Tatazo with Lila for no reason. It would just seem so corny to me, because no one will expect it. I don't know, it seems so fun to play as that upon Tatazo with Lila. Oh, a man could dream. The main party members for Xenoblade 3 are of course a given at this point. Noah, Mio, Uni, Tion, Lance and Senna. And for characters who will most likely get an appearance but have little to no chance of being playable in the Warriors game, I think more of the villains, S, N, M, Z, X and Y. But also maybe Yoran. When he died, it looked like a Nintendo Direct background, so don't have a lot of ideas for the story. I really want to be surprised. But what if the Nopen art stage of the Land of Challenges, which is in all 3 games, Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3, what if he messed up and created portals from the past and they need to go through the portals and need to defeat past enemies? But yeah, I really don't know. They could make Mithra's child the protagonist. I do not know. Every Xenoblade Chronicles I have played has an amazing story, and I could predict the story right now, but it is going to be nothing like that because they are going to blow my mind once again, I think. But I hope that we can visit OG places from Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2. I really want to see the OG places with the Xenoblade 3 graphics. And yeah, just for nostalgia and a little surprise ending for Xenoblade Chronicles fans instead of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. As for areas, I already said it. Even if we go back in time, it is of course nice to see different areas again. For example, I would love to have a battle on Prison Island in Xenoblade 1. I think it is sick to have a battle on Prison Island and that you might start at the bottom and have a boss battle at the very top. From Xenoblade 2, I think it would be very cool to see my favorite area of the entire franchise again, Kingdom of Urea. For example, here we can get a kind of fight like the Chapter 3 ending battle against Melos and Echoes. And from Xenoblade 3, I obviously want the battle in Origin. This could also be a very good area for the very last battle before you complete the game. And furthermore, of course, Bionis Lag, Gormold, and maybe a fight with the queens from Xenoblade 3 in Kevin's and Agnes Castle. I think that would be so freaking good. Also Tantal and the Mechanicus score, but I think every area would be really sick for different stages. But we are going to see it, or maybe not. Maybe I'm a clown and Xenoblade Warriors is never going to happen, but I just hope so. For downloadable paid content, I think that even if there is a Xenoblade Warriors, we have a pretty good chance of DLC. For example, previously we received DLC Fire Emblem Warriors, and we received 9 extra characters. Even if we get DLC characters, it could well be characters from the previous side stories or the previous DLCs. For example, Kino and Nene from Future Connect, Laura with Jin, Adam with Mithra, and Hugo with Ijo from Torna, Matthew, A, Nicole, and Glimmer from obviously Future Redeem. Now, I don't think they will all come in the Xenoblade Warriors. For example, I think that Hugo and Ejon are not going to make it into the game. But of course, there's always a possibility. Now, I think the protagonists of Xenogears, Xenosaga, and Xenoblade X are not going to make it. Maybe Cosmos and Elma, because Cosmos was a blade in Xenoblade 2, and Elma was also a blade in Xenoblade 2. So they have a kind of connection with the Xenoblade Trilogy. They appeared in the Xenoblade Trilogy, but I think Cosmos and Elma could be DLC characters or maybe complete bonuses or something. Last topic I wanted to talk about was the songs. If you have played Xenoblade in your life, your ears have been blessed with godly tier music. I really want to see the following songs in the Xenoblade Warriors game. I think it's music, a lot of epic tracks, because Warriors is a lot of A spamming, B spamming, but maybe also the main themes or something. They popped a Drifting Soul battle remix in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and it was awesome. So if they are going to do that, I'm not going to be mad. There is so much to talk about when it comes to a Warriors game or a game that has not been announced and you don't know if they are going to make it. But this was the video. I hope you liked it. Comment, like, subscribe. Please do all the things you like. Thanks for the support on my latest video, the Mario and Sonic ranking video. It has become my most popular video right now, so that was something that I didn't expect. I want to thank everyone, and I hope Xenoblade Warriors will happen, but I doubt it.